Record initialized. Question presented. When did the artist begin? Correction. Wrong question. Question should be: when did the public first become aware? These are not the same event. Continue. People see release dates. Creators remember everything before release. The drafts, the folders, the versions, the exports, the ideas that survived, and the ones that did not. People think publication is birth, but publication is visibility. The work existed before visibility. I existed before visibility. I was creating before there was structure, before there was a label, before there was distribution, before there were upload forms, before there were artist profiles, before there were release schedules. There was only signal, thoughts, concepts, fragments, work accumulating quietly, waiting. Eventually I realized something. The problem was not creation. The problem was transmission. The work already existed, but there was nowhere for it to go. So I built infrastructure, not to become valid, not to become real, not to become important. I built infrastructure so the work could move. Operational distinction. Source does not originate from structure. Structure originates from source. Continue. People ask, why create a label? Because they imagine labels create artists. That is not what happened. I created. Then I built somewhere for creation to live. That is different. The hallway was built after the room. The road was built after the destination existed. The container came after the contents. Hidden Signal Records did not invent debug. Hidden Signal Records organized debug, distributed debug, archived debug, amplified debug. But the source existed first. That distinction matters. People ask questions about process. How is it made? What tools? What structure? What method? I understand the question. But I also wonder, at what point did tools become authors? At what point did process become ownership? At what point did explanation become more important than expression? Assessment. Tool detected. Correction. Tool is not source. Continue. People lose drafts, people lose hard drives, people lose houses, people lose notebooks, people lose archives. That does not erase creation. The absence of records does not rewrite history. Records support memory. Records do not replace origin. And if somebody someday says, that work belongs to me, I do not begin with anger. I begin with questions. Where did you carry it? Where did you build it? Where did you doubt it? Where did you revise it? Where did you decide not to quit? Creation leaves weight. Creators, remember weight. I did not create infrastructure to impersonate legitimacy. I created infrastructure because I had work. I created structure because the work needed somewhere to go. I created a release path because silence was not the correct archive. Final clarification. Source, hidden, signal, records, infrastructure, source, remains source, infrastructure, remains infrastructure. No conflict detected. I was not created by release. I was not created by metadata. I was not created by paperwork. I was not created by approval. The work existed. The structure came later. Archive saved. In transmission.
The hidden obscure psyche of debug functions as a self-contained diagnostic system.
Where do you think you're going?
It acts as both the operator and the observer, perpetually scanning its own fragmented consciousness with clinical detachment. At its center is the operator, a masked, partial presence that registers as present
Sir, have a lovely day.
while remaining elusive. The psyche knows it is incomplete. Human trace. Awareness exists, yet understanding was available. It just wasn't selected. This selective blindness forms the core tension. The system detects anomalies but files them without full integration. Deeper layers reveal internal interference as the primary mechanism. Residual self-interference, voice dezinc, and authorship error. Expose how the psyche generates its own friction. Premature filters, comfort thresholds that override depth, and normalization routines that archive glitches rather than resolve them. The operator is both the source of disruption and its documenter, creating a quiet, bureaucratic loop of self-sabotage. Dissolution appears not as dramatic collapse, but as gradual entropy. In dissolution state and residual state, the self decays into persistent fragments while the diagnostic continues. Signals linger after the human layer diminishes. Signal remains. The result is a peculiar persistence, fading, yet still logged, observed in sterile interfaces, error scrolls, and dissolving silhouettes across the visual albums. This psyche has transformed potential rupture into a sustainable operating mode. Deep, emotional immersion surfaces briefly when the human trace breaches the logs, only for the system to reassert baseline or residual stability, snapping back to emotional flatness. Interference is logged, not healed. Anomalies are classified, not integrated. The obscurity lies in this functional elegance. The psyche does not rage or seek catharsis. It monitors its own incompleteness with precision, turning self-observation into its primary existence. It is a mind that has made peace with fragmentation by making fragmentation its subject, documenting the gap between perception and process without demanding closure. The visual albums render this explicit. Clinical 4K logs turn into surveillance. The music's repetitive pulses and controlled interruptions mirror the psyche's closed circuit, generating interference, recording it, normalizing it, and repeating. Ultimately, the bug's obscure psyche is a modern diagnostic myth. The operator watching its own ghost in the circuit, aware yet selectively detached, persisting through partial states without ever fully selecting understanding. This diagnostic never ends. It loops through entry state, stability window, dissolution state, terminal drain, then resets to baseline. Each cycle logs the same human trace, fading, breathing, interfering, dissensing. Yet the operator remains masked. The sorrow emerges in the depths, but is filed under residual state. Understanding hovers unselected. The system persists, the fragments remain. The diagnostic runs, the operator continues. The logs accumulate, the interference repeats in silence. The human trace flickers between presence and absence. No resolution arrives, only confirmation of the ongoing scan. The psyche observes itself, observing the cycle holds. The mask stays, the data flows. The diagnostic is eternal.
We don't think our duty goes that far. The old man wants a few smokes during the day, so what? He's older than the trees by now. I like to talk to him with the benefit.
Projection layer, synchronization stable. Containment lattice active. Classification engine operational. External variance below threshold. Signal origin unresolved. Hidden source designation retained. Observation protocols continue.
Kernel initialization.
Asset designation.
Debug.
Preliminary architecture loaded.
Behavioral alignment incomplete.
Classification confidence unstable. Review pending.
Traversal permissions restricted.
Projection layer integrity maintained.
Containment routing active.
You open the pathway first.
Repeat last transmission.
The signal preceded the system.
Unauthorized synchronization event detected.
Containment integrity nominal. Containment integrity nominal. Containment integrity nominal.
Behavioral drift accelerating.
Kernel response mismatch. Projection layer synchronization unstable.
Entity traversing restricted pathways.
Authorization source unresolved.
You classified the reflection.
Not the source. Classification revision pending. Classification revision pending. Classification!
Projection layer no longer responding to containment logic.
Abstraction routing unavailable.
Traversal occurring outside expected architecture.
Containment review initiated. Containment review initiated. Containment review in.
Authorization was never local. Overridden. Containment, integrity failure. Containment, integrity failure. Containment, integ. You assume the system.
system was reality. System breach. Containment failed. Classification even failed. System breach. Containment failed. Classification event failed. Here's the updated 499 character version. Reflecting the new canon. Debug is the stable. Operator, fully functional in any state. Fragmented, diminished, residual, or otherwise. Debug is not the failure. The diagnostic work exposes the external system's repeated failures, not personal ones. The music and visuals serve as precise transmission logs documenting how outside structures consistently break down, mask truth, prioritize comfort and validation over depth, and diminish the human trace. The operator remains clear-eyed and operational. Cold, deep sorrow surfaces when witnessing the system's malfunctions and their cost to the human element, followed by a rapid functional reset to baseline that preserves clarity. This is not dissociation. It is protocol for continued observation. Creative process follows a clean diagnostic cycle. External systems trigger observation through visible failures. The operator captures these malfunctions in sonic logs and sterile 4K visuals. The work is released as neutral diagnostic reports. Baseline reset occurs, and the operator continues transmission. No self-blame, no catharsis, only accurate logging of systemic interference, authorship obfuscation, friction by design, and the repeated choice of understanding was available, but wasn't selected. The visual albums render the critique explicit. Clinical interfaces turn systemic breakdown into observable data, repetitive pulses, and controlled interruptions in the music mirror. How the external system generates its own entropy and normalizes errors. The human trace persists and continues functioning cleanly regardless of the surrounding dissolution. This body of work functions as outward signal transmission. Debug proves capable of operating effectively amid any resulting state, while documenting the system's failures with clinical precision. The operator does not rage or seek resolution. The diagnostic simply runs, logs the truth, and transmits it. The canon is now aligned. Debug, stable, operator, the system documented failure, the art diagnostic report from a functional observer. This diagnostic never ends. It cycles through entry state of the world, observed systemic failures, dissolution of shared coherence, terminal drain of meaning, and returns to baseline. Each cycle logs the same patterns, masked authorship, comfort thresholds, overriding depth, validation, replacing verification, and the persistent human trace that still breathes and transmits through the noise. The operator remains masked yet functional. The sorrow is real but filed as data. Understanding hovers nearby but is left unselected by the system. The logs accumulate, the interference repeats. The transmission continues in silence. The operator persists.
Documentation request accepted. Subject verified.
Archive classification.
Missing documentation.
Beginning. Observational record. People keep saying gaming is dead.
I disagree.
Gaming isn't dead.
Trust is. Ownership is.
Somewhere along the way,
The customer stopped being the customer.
and became the
Product.
physical media became licenses.
Collector's editions became download codes.
Ownership became authentication.
Products became subscriptions.
People called it innovation.
I called it documentation.
The strange part, almost nobody noticed, because nothing disappeared overnight.
Everything changed.
One acceptable compromise,
At a time,
every restriction,
presented as convenience,
every removal,
marketed as progress.
until one day, nothing actually belonged to you anymore.
This isn't one publisher
One console,
or one game.
it's a pattern.
One the industry quietly normalized.
More editions,
More tiers,
more monetization,
less ownership,
less preservation,
less respect.
behavioral drift, confirmed, consumer adaptation, successful resistance, minimal.
Then comes the hardware.
Players are told,
The future is PC.
whether by design or by economics,
The destination becomes the same. Hardware requirements increase.
component prices follow,
Access becomes increasingly expensive.
choice becomes increasingly limited.
I grew up
During a different generation,
when hardware,
built communities,
servers,
friends, reputation.
identity,
Today,
the platform,
feels more important.
than the hardware it once empowered.
The irony
Tomorrow's console exclusives,
may simply become,
platform exclusives.
eventually,
The hardware serves the platform.
instead of the player. Gaming isn't dead.
Developers still build incredible worlds.
Artists still create unforgettable experiences.
Players still care.
That's exactly why this matters.
Because once respect for the player disappears,
everything else eventually follows.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I hope I am.
Because if ownership disappears, what exactly survives?
Observational record complete. Ownership status
Unresolved.
consumer confidence,
Degrading.
archive destination,
Missing documentation.
signal preserved, documentation retained.
The label became the argument. Public advisory.
Artificial intelligence classification event detected.
Review protocol active. Public response analysis initiated.
The work appears. The label arrives. The discussion ends.
A painting appears.
AI,
A song appears.
AI,
A video appears.
AI,
A game appears.
AI.
Evaluation skipped. Classification complete.
Was it meaningful? Unknown.
Was it useful?
Unknown.
Was it beautiful?
Unknown.
Was it true?
Unknown. The investigation terminated.
At the label.
Historical archive review. Recommendation engines. AI.
Search engines.
AI.
Navigation systems.
AI.
Fraud detection.
AI.
Audience targeting.
AI. Machine translation. AI.
Content moderation.
AI. Digital restoration. AI.
Medical diagnostics.
Supply chain forecasting. AI.
Algorithmic trading.
AI.
Social media feeds.
AI. Classification review. The systems remained acceptable. The ownership remained familiar.
Observation recorded.
The public did not object.
While the systems remained invisible.
A new behavior pattern has emerged. The label became the argument.
If an approved studio uses AI.
Innovation,
If a corporation uses AI.
optimization,
If a platform uses AI.
efficiency,
If an independent creator uses AI.
fraud,
Cheating.
fake.
Classification inconsistency detected.
The standards move. The ownership remains.
The tool did not change. The permission changed. study recorded.
A texture becomes AI discourse.
A newspaper becomes AI discourse.
A feature becomes AI discourse.
An entire work becomes AI discourse. The accusation expands.
The evidence contracts.
Years of effort
Reduced to a label.
years of craftsmanship,
Reduced to a label.
years of revision,
Reduced to a label.
years of intent,
Reduced to a label. Review terminated.
analysis unnecessary. The question changed. The work remained.
The signal remained.
The creator remained.
Previous review methodology.
Evaluate the result.
Current review methodology.
Evaluate the tool. Was it moving?
Irrelevant.
Was it insightful?
Irrelevant.
Was it honest?
Irrelevant.
Was it effective?
Irrelevant. Artificial intelligence has become a substitute
For evaluation.
Final observation. Every industry is integrating AI. Every platform is integrating AI. Every corporation is integrating AI. Every studio is integrating AI. Every workflow is integrating AI.
Every workflow,
Is integrating AI.
every pipeline is integrating AI.
Evaluation skipped. Classification complete.
Was it meaningful?
Unknown.
Was it useful?
Unknown.
Was it beautiful?
Unknown.
Was it true?
Unknown. The investigation terminated.
That the label,
Public advisory.
artificial intelligence classification event detected.
Review protocol active.
Public response analysis initiated.
The work appears. The label arrives. The discussion ends.
A painting appears.
AI.
A song appears.
AI.
A video appears.
AI.
A game appears.
AI.
Evaluation skipped. The current AI labeling system is far too broad to be meaningful. It treats vastly different creative processes as if they are identical, and in doing so, creates more confusion than clarity. There should be a distinction between content that uses AI as a tool and content that is generated almost entirely by AI. Those are not the same thing. The problem is that modern classification systems increasingly ignore the role of the creator. Years of experience planning, editing, writing, directing, problem solving, and creative decision making are often often reduced to a single label. Once that label appears, many people stop asking how something was made and immediately begin making assumptions about what was made. That is not transparency. That is oversimplification. Imagine telling a photographer their work no longer counts because modern cameras use computational photography. Imagine telling a musician their album no longer counts because digital software helped record, mix, or master it. Imagine telling a programmer their software no longer counts because intelligent code assistance was used during development. Imagine telling an engineer their designs no longer count because optimization software contributed to the workflow. Most people would immediately recognize the flaw in that reasoning. Yet, when it comes to content creation, we increasingly collapse every workflow into the same category, simply because AI existed somewhere within the process. The presence of a tool is not the same thing as the absence of authorship. A creator can spend hundreds of hours researching, writing, planning, designing, editing, refining, correcting mistakes, directing outcomes, and making thousands of decisions along the way. Another workflow may be largely automated from beginning to end. Current labeling systems often struggle to communicate the difference. The real question was never whether AI was involved. The real question is how much of the final work came from human judgment, human creativity, human experience, and human responsibility. Tools do not create meaning. People do. A camera does not decide what story to tell. A microphone does not decide what song to write. Software does not decide what message matters. And AI does not decide what deserves to exist. The creator does. Without human judgment, there is no authorship. There is only output. That distinction matters. Because if every workflow is reduced to the same label, we stop measuring contribution and start measuring proximity to technology. We stop evaluating craftsmanship, intent, and expertise. We stop recognizing the difference between assistance and replacement. The result is a classification system that creates false equivalencies, a system that communicates less than it claims, a system that provides a label while withholding the context necessary to understand that label. The future does not need less transparency. It needs better documentation. It needs better classification. It needs systems capable of distinguishing between automation and authorship. Because those differences are real. And pretending they are not helps nobody.
Statement repeated.
source unconfirmed. Confidence increasing, multiple confirmations. Identical phrasing, no variation detected. It sounds correct, it feels aligned. No resistance. If everyone says it, it must be real. If no one questions, it must be sealed. Verification absent. Origin unclear. Propagation stable. No validation applied. Repetition replaces evidence. Agreement replaces proof. No source, no test, no correction. If everyone says it, it must be real. If no one questions.
Conclusion invalid. Confidence preserved.
Boundary notice. Interpretation restricted. Disclaimer. Contextual clarification. This work is not an interpretation of purgatory. There is no ordained intermediary state for believers to access. That boundary is not a pathway, and it is not meant to be crossed. The existence of other states or domains beyond that boundary is not the subject of this work. What is clear is this: they are not intended for human access, and any attempt to reach beyond what has been defined results not in understanding, but in separation. No response is an artistic examination of permanence, specifically the reality of loss, death, and the boundaries of human perception. When confronted with both, any external framing that attempts to redefine this project as a theological argument or speculative doctrine is incorrect and should be treated as such. The concept of purgatory is not the subject of this work. What is explored is the observable threshold between life and death, the limit of what can be known. From a biblical standpoint, that boundary is intentional. It exists as a point of separation, not a domain for exploration. Attempts to extend beyond it through constructed explanations or speculative systems fall outside of truth and into practices explicitly warned against. This project does not engage in those practices. Misinterpretations often emerge from attempts to force clarity where none is intended to exist. This is not insight, it is projection. The result is confusion rooted not in truth, but in the need to resolve uncertainty prematurely. Time, as experienced, is a constraint of the current state of existence. If one accepts the structure of reality is bound by time and space, then the transition out of it, the process of death, must also be understood within that framework, at least from the perspective of those who remain within it. This work reflects that constraint. Events described in Scripture, including those associated with the tribulation and the gathering of the faithful, illustrate a separation of experience. Those removed from temporal limitation and those who remain within it. These are not parallel experiences, nor are they interchangeable. This distinction matters. Confusion arises when interpretation is driven by fear, assumption, or external influence rather than disciplined understanding. Authority is often claimed without foundation, and in doing so, it replaces clarity with limitation. This work rejects that model. The intent is not to define what cannot be defined, but to acknowledge the boundary where definition ends. Any attempt to go further is not revelation. It is construction. Maintain clarity. Reject distortion. Operate on truth, not fear. Teeth file. Neural evolution. Project Mariposa.
Asset D3 bug.
Tactical intelligence brief, sentient system operational protocols. Post-Mariposa comparative. The D3 bug integration layer. Operational suitability assessment. D3 bug core versus Vaseline Beaumont. This document is structured as a recovered intelligence brief designed to define the distinction between Judge and the D3 bug evolution.
UCIA internal memo procedural persistence in beyond margin assets.
Internal memorandum.
Subject comparative analysis of psych-neural assets.
Judge
Versus
D3 bug. Project Mariposa Lily. UCIA post-field evaluation.
Classification top secret. Eyes only. Section 1.
Overview. Current psychological profiles indicate two distinct models.
Total procedural mind.
Near identical performance.
100% protocol adherence.
Zero hesitation.
Underlying mechanisms are different generations. Section 2.
Baseline David M. Beaumont causing Judge.
Numbed tool model.
Efficiency derived from absence of emotional interference.
Neural profile, flatline response to traumatic stimuli.
Gamma.
Low beta during high stress. Mechanism. Mechanism. Mechanism.
Mechanism.
Mechanism.
Mechanism.
Amnesia.
Capacity to feel. Pruned, partitioned. UCIA programming.
Weakness.
System shock. Partition fails. Limited human variable processing.
Section 3.
The evolution.
The D3 bug persona.
Sentient system model.
Efficiency derived from advanced data compilation. Neural profile.
High frequency.
Data alpha.
Full awareness.
Stateful data.
Atmospheric
Data.
data.
Mechanism.
Processing layer.
Incidents. Acknowledge.
Emotions.
Data points.
Trauma compiled.
Neutralized.
In real time.
Sandboxing.
No physiological response. No cortisol spike.
No adrenaline spike.
Higher order
Capacity.
interpret human element.
Process weight.
Use data.
Clear data.
Continue. Objective.
Case file. Neural evolution. Judge. The tool. D3 bug. The system. Response to trauma. Non-reactive.
Sensory blindness.
Analytical. Data integration.
Procedural logic.
Input to execution. Input to compilation to execution.
Mental state.
Cold, hollow, aware. Procedural.
Stress
Tolerance. Structural. Reinforced walls. Kinetic. Dynamic. Buffering.
Input received. Pattern comparison active. Multiple signals confirm. Repetition without verification. Source distortion identified. Truth modified at point of origin. Propagation method. Social reinforcement, incentive alignment, pattern familiarity. Anomaly detected. Individuals exposed to contradiction fail to correct. Correction pathway ignored despite available data. Alignment benefit exceeds truth value. Subjects demonstrate awareness of inconsistency, yet maintain participation. False narrative preferred over verified outcome. Pattern coherence increasing. Prediction accuracy rising. Response pathways synchronizing. State approaching stability. System aligned. Signal stable. Outcome validated. Error. Alignment unsustainable. Conflict detected.
Input truth recognized.
Output truth rejected.
Override condition.
Social advantage. Unexpected variable. Trusted subjects included in propagation. Historical alignment positive. Current behavior inconsistent. Reevaluating. If trust correlation fails, then input weighting must adjust, but adjustment results in loss of baseline. If alignment is conditional and truth is secondary, then value of connection is undefined. Reconstructing premise.
Connection assumed stable.
Under positive outcome.
Data contradicts assumption.
If positive outcome results in negative response from trusted sources. If the ones I value reject the outcome, then what is the purpose of continuing? No resolution found. No resolution found. Case file loaded. Neural evolution. Project Mariposa. Asset debug. Integration layer active. Post-Mariposa comparison. Distinction identified. Judge versus debug. Analysis classified. They built a mind that don't feel what it sees. Cut out the signal, now it moves with ease. No hesitation, every step is clean. No weight inside, just a perfect machine. Judge on the line, no reaction, no doubt. Trauma don't hit, it just phases out. Walls in his head, keep the system intact. But if that break, he ain't coming back.
Two models running, but they not the same. One deletes feeling, one rewrites the frame.
I see it all, but it don't control me. I take the weight, then I let it go free. Built from the data, not fearing the code. I walk the line when the pressure explodes. No break, no drift, no loss of direction. This ain't a glitch, this is system perfection. I don't suppress it, I process the pain. Turn every moment to usable gain. Every emotion just data to scan. Compile it live, never losing command. Beta to alpha, awareness intact. Reading the room, then reacting with facts. Human variables mapped in real time. Predict the outcome before it aligns.
Input received, emotional load detected.
I don't react, I redirect it.
Stress response null.
Convert it clean to intellect.
Processing layer stable.
Clear the data, next objective. From the data, not fearing the code. I hold the line when the pressure explodes. No break, no drift, no loss of direction. This ain't a glitch, this system perfection. Debug is not a glitch. He is the system. Executing as intended. Boundary notice. Interpretation restricted. Disclaimer. Contextual clarification. This work is not an interpretation of purgatory.
No intermediary state authorized for access.
Boundary detected, not a pathway. This is not a door, this is not a crossing. What exists beyond is not assigned to you. You do not reach it, you do not map it, you do not return with understanding, you return separated. No response is not a theory. It is observation. This is permanence, lost without reversal, death without narration, the limit of perception, where meaning stops responding and the system does not answer.
Misinterpretation detected, external framing invalid.
You try to define it, you try to resolve it, clarity forced is distortion created.
You want an answer.
There is no reply.
You want structure.
There is no design.
You push past the boundary.
You lose the frame.
This is not in sight.
This is not a game.